And now Andrew's doers. Andrew knows if they proudly presents. It's Cinderella. It is based on the story of Cinderella. Let's tell you the story, shall we? Once upon a time, there was a young girl named Cinderella. Cinderella had 3 ugly, mean stepsisters named Sophia, Isabella, and Xavier. Sophia, Isabella, and Xavier made Cinderella do all the chores. Sweep the floors, wash the dishes, do it all, said Sophia, Isabella, and Xavier all together. Then one day, the king of Sextuple-Hand's messenger said, Hear ye, the king of Sextuple-Hand is going to throw a ball, and whoever has the most beautiful gown and crown shall marry his son, Prince Sextuple. But Cinderella is not welcome. Her stepsisters are. Sophia said, He's going to marry me. Isabella said, No way, Sophia, you're wrong. He's going to marry me. Xavier said, Both of you are wrong. He's going to marry me. Later, Cinderella is so sad, doing chores while her fairy godmother asks her what's wrong by saying, Why are you crying, Cinderella? Cinderella responds, I have lots of chores to be done, but I can't go to the ball and marry Prince Sextuple. Her fairy godmother said, I can help with a bit of magic. Cinderella's fairy godmother waves her magic wand. Because of the 6 other chores are all done. But her fairy godmother is not done yet. She said, Cinderella, go fetch me a pumpkin. Luckily, Cinderella has 6 pumpkins. Cinderella's fairy godmother waves her magic wand again to turn the 6 pumpkins into a handsome coach. And then drawn by 12 strong horses, and then Cinderella's clothes into a gown and crown. Cinderella said, I've never seen such a sextuple-tastic gown, and get a load of my glass slippers. Fairy godmother, how can I ever thank you enough? Her fairy godmother said, Well, you can't. But have fun, Cinderella, but I would warn you, return home before midnight, or the spell will be broken, and everything will change back to the way it was before. Cinderella accepted the warning. Meanwhile, at the ball, Prince Sextuple was wondering who he should marry. Sophia, Isabella, and Xavier all together, He's walking towards me. But he's not walking towards any of them. Prince Sextuple is walking towards Cinderella. May I have this dance? As Prince Sextuple, Cinderella responds, I would be delighted. Prince Sextuple and Cinderella dance happily together, but later, Cinderella realized it's almost midnight. So she scurried out of the ball, and she was running so fast that she lost both of her glass slippers. Prince Sextuple was so worried that he might never see Cinderella again. He then traveled around Sextuple-Hand to find her, and brought the 2 glass slippers with him. By the time he arrives, he knocked on the door of the house where Cinderella, Sophia, Isabella, and Xavier lived. But instead of Cinderella, he finds Sophia, Isabella, and Xavier. Prince Sextuple said, Ladies, I have a favor to ask. Can you go try on these glass slippers? Sophia is first, but her feet are too big. Isabella is next, but her feet are too small. Isabella was last, but her feet didn't fit either. Suddenly, Prince Sextuple notices Cinderella's sweet singing. Cinderella then gets so excited because she's having her Prince Sextuple back. And Prince Sextuple doesn't have to put the 2 glass slippers back on her feet because they're so uncomfortable. And then Prince Sextuple and Cinderella lived happily ever after. The end. Andrew's Drew Review. Want to see some sequels? Tell your friends about it. And don't forget to subscribe, like, and share and buy our merchandise. Oh, look at that! And if we time it just right, it's 6 minutes and 6 seconds. And now, Andrew Knows Everything proudly presents Free Fuzz of 375 Cinderella. It is based on the story of Cinderella with a bit of a twist. Let's tell you the story, shall we? Once upon a time, there was a young old girl named Free Fuzz of 375 Cinderella. Free Fuzz of 375 Cinderella had 36 ugly, mean, wicked stepsisters named Tasha, Hannah, Rena, Ellie, Amy, Tilly, Haley, Ophelia, Uniqua, Sasha, Alana, Nelia, Dahlia, Tara, Herda, Ruby, Emery, Lisa, Hilda, Ursula, Nadina, Daisy, Raina, Eleanor, Dottie, Sophia, Estrella, Veronica, Esme, Naomi, Terry, Yadina, Fiona, Isabella, Verona, and Ella. All 36 of them made fun of Free Fuzz of 375 Cinderella and made her do all the chores. Free Fuzz of 375 wench, sweep the floors, wash the dishes, do it all! Set the 36 stepsisters all together. One day, the king of Free Fuzz of 375 Ham's messenger arrives and says, "Hear ye, hear ye! The king of Free Fuzz of 375 Ham, his majesty, is going to throw a ball with lots of food, and after dinner at 10 o'clock, whoever has the most beautiful gown and crown shall marry his son. Prince Trimilla Queen Septuaginta Tricentupling." "Can I come?" asks Free Fuzz of 375 Cinderella. But she's not well invited. Her ugly, mean, wicked stepsisters are. "He's going to marry me," said Tasha. "No way, Tasha, you're wrong. He's going to marry me," said Hannah. "Both of you are wrong. He's going to marry me," said Rena. The rest say, "All 3 of you are wrong. He's going to marry." They even tear Free Fuzz of 375 Cinderella's best party dress. Later, at 8 o'clock at night, Free Fuzz of 375 Cinderella is distraught, upset, and sad, doing chores about not going to the ball. Suddenly, Free Fuzz of 375 Cinderella, fairy godmother, arrives and comforts her. There now, Free Fuzz of 375 Cinderella. "I can help with a bit of magic. Nobody will know it's you," she said. And so, she waves her magic wand to do all the chores for Free Fuzz of 375 Cinderella. She said, but she's not done yet. She says, "Free Fuzz of 375 Cinderella, go fetch me a pumpkin and some mice." Luckily, Free Fuzz of 375 Cinderella has Free Fuzz of 375 pumpkins and 6,750 mice. Free Fuzz of 375 Cinderella's fairy godmother waves her magic wand again to turn the Free Fuzz of 375 pumpkins into a handsome coach, 6,750 mice into horses, and then Free Fuzz of 375 Cinderella's rags into a gown and crown. 3,375 says, I've never seen such a Tremolo Queen Septuagentuple Tricentuple-tastic gown! Get a load of my glass slippers! Fairy godmother, how can I ever thank you enough? And climbs into the coach. 3,375 Arella says, Fairy godmother says, well, you can't. But have fun, 3,375 Arella, but I would warn you. Return home before midnight, or the spell will be broken, and everything will change back to normal. And gives her a clock to tell her what time it is. And so, it's 9 o'clock now. And so, 3,375 Arella accepts the warning. Meanwhile, at the ball, the king of Trimilla, Quin's Setua, Jinta Trace and Tumlingham says, good evening, everyone. My son, Prince Trimilla, Quin Setua, Jin Topling, was wondering who to marry. Isn't that right, son? In which Prince Trimilla, Quin Setua, Jinta, Trisentling responds, yes, father. At 10 o'clock, 3,375 Rala arrives at the ball for the food first, just in time. 3,375 Rala then sees Prince Trimilla, Quin Setua, Jin Trisentling. 3,375 Rala's ugly, mean, wicked stepsister say, he's walking towards me altogether. But Prince Trimilla Quin said to Jinta Trisentling is not walking towards any of them. He's walking towards 3,375 Rala. After dinner, Prince Trimilla Quin Sentua Jinta Trisentling asks, may I have this dance? And so 3,375 Rala responds, I would be delighted. 3,375 Rala and Prince Trimilla Quin Sentua Trisentling dance happily together. But later, as 3,375 Rala checks her clock, it's almost midnight! And so she scurried out of the ball, and she was running so fast that she lost one of her glass slippers. The next day, Prince Trimilla Quin Centupling, Setua Ginger Try and Centupling was really worried that he might never see 3,375 Arella again. The king of 3,375 Ham, aka Trimilla Quin Centupling, comforts him by saying, there now, son. I think we'll be able to find my dear daughter-in-law 3,475 Rala. And so, the king of Trimilla Quincentra Trisentling, aka 3,775 Ham, and Prince Trimilla Quincentra Trisentling travel all around the neighborhood to find 3,375 Rala and brought the glass slipper with them. By the time they arrived, they knocked on the door of the house where 3,375 Rala and her ugly, mean, wicked stepsisters lived. But instead of 3,375 Rala, they find her ugly, mean, wicked stepsisters, Tasha to Ella. Prince Trimilla Quin Setua Jinta Trisentling then says, ladies, my father, the king of Trimilla Quin Setua Jinta Trisentling and I have a favor to ask. Can Annie try on this glass slippers? Tasha is first, but her feet are too big. Hannah is next, but her feet are too small. Nonsense! It fits! She said. The rest are the same, but none of their feet are the right size. Suddenly, the king of Trimilla Quin Setua Jinta Toplingham and Prince Trimilla Quinn Setua Jin Trey Santelli noticed 3,375 sweet singing. Prince Trimilla Quinn Sentot Joinatelli and Your Majesty, is that you guys? She hollered excitedly. The king of Trimilla Quinn Setua Jin Toplingham says, My dear daughter-in-law, we found you. Will you marry my son? And so the glass slipper fits! And 3,375 Arala, the king of, and the Prince Antonio live happily ever after. The end. I hope you enjoyed this story, Andrews Doers. And I've been debating on making some sequels. And don't forget to subscribe, like, and share on Andrew Does Everything, and buy our merchandise at AndrewDoesEverything.com. And if you want to see maybe someday 3,375 Arala 2, 3,375 wishes come true, something like that, don't forget to subscribe, like, and share. And take care. Bye.